What's going on here? Hold on. What the? Give me a second here. Okay. If you can hear me at all. Let's see. Hold on. I can't. What is going on here? I might have to turn my microphone up. That might be the problem. Okay, there we go. Is that better? Hello? Okay, there we go. Is that better? Alright, that's almost too loud. Let's just hear. Hello? Yeah, let's just turn it down ever so slightly. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know how much time I have to stream. I just realized that I don't know how fucking round robin tournaments work at all. So I'm going to be doing one. And so I have 8 people here. We're gonna run them down really quick. We got Necro Butcher and Daisuke Ikeda. We got Dragon Kid and Rob Van Dam. There we go. We've got Kenta Kobashi and Scott Steiner. We've got Rey Mysterio and El Generico. In the blue, okay, yeah. So I kind of get it. But there's a lot of stuff that I don't really understand. So we're going to see how this goes. I might be able to only get through 1 or 2 matches, but we'll see. Alright, starting it off with one of the craziest fucking matches of all time. Daisuke Ikeda versus Necro Butcher. Wait, hold on. This is so loud. Hold on. Okay. That was just super insanely loud in my ears. Okay. Necro Butcher coming down. Let's see how we fare. We got Charles Robinson officiating this shit. It's great. Okay, my glasses are really dirty. Hold on. Daisuke Ikeda. One of my faves, I guess, coming out. So a little bit of freaking, so you know, okay. In the 2000s, Harley Race ran World League Wrestling, which runs out of Missouri. And he obviously had like a partnership with Noah because he, you know, I don't really remember like the full details of like why he had such a good relationship with Noah, but you know, he had a huge relationship with like Go Shiozaki and like freaking who else? I guess Daisuke Ikeda too. Morishima. You know, when I was a kid, the first wrestling show I ever went to was a World League Wrestling show. And at that time, Go Shiozaki was the World League Wrestling champion. And I didn't get to see him. The main event of the show that I was at was Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch versus Eugene and some fucking guy that looked like Jerry Lynn, kind of. But Tommaso Ciampa was on that show, and I didn't realize that until years later. Oh shit, Necro Butcher's got a fucking barbed wire bat. Yeah, so that was the first wrestling. I could have seen Go Shiozaki. I could have seen maybe Daisuke Ikeda, because I think he... Oh my god! I forgot to mention, I have Critical on high. He fucking did a sit-out power bomb on a barbed wire bat and knocked Daisuke Ikeda out. So that means Necro Butcher has earned points, I guess. Right? From that match. And he's moving on. Okay. So again, it's not single elimination, it's a round robin. Everybody has to face each other. I get that. But how does it end, you know? I don't really watch... Okay. I've never watched like a G1 or anything. Which, you know, might be crazy, and I might be outing myself here, but I've never watched a G1. Maybe I need to get on that. The current state of New Japan, though, I'm not sure if I really want to. Okay, Dragon Kid coming out. To be fair, I don't really keep up with much modern wrestling, really at all. Which is, again, I might be outing myself here. I mean, I keep up with it. I don't really watch it. Like, I watch pay-per-views, and I watch stuff online. That's really the extent. I don't have cable. If more wrestling shows were on streaming, like, as they came out, I don't know why there's no wrestling company that does that. At least, you know, well-known wrestling company. Anyways, I'm going to stop embarrassing myself here. Rob Van Dam coming out. Fucking love this guy. Dragon Kid, this is kind of a dream match. Punch to the gut. Rob Van Dam, pretty fucking awesome. I'd say, you know, of a lot of guys from ECW and a lot of guys from the Attitude Era, I guess, his work has aged really fucking well. Like, I don't know, Rob Van Dam could come around today and still be as impressive and as fucking awesome as he was in the 90s and the 2000s. That's just my opinion. I think he's fucking great. I've never really heard anyone say they're not a fan of Rob Van Dam, so, I mean, yeah, I don't know. If someone said that, I would feel kind of upset. I would feel deeply upset. Oh, ducks under the spinning wheel kick, hits him with a fucking, some kind of spinning toe hold thing. Like breaker. This is super casual, I'm not trying at all. Gut wrench suplex, I'm just here to have some fun, watch some fucking Fire Pro bullshit. Jawbreaker. Leg drop. That first match of the tournament was really not how I was expecting it to go. I was really hoping for just some real sicko shit. Oh, flying leg drop. I thought he was going for the 5-star right away. I used to run tournaments in Fire Pro Returns on the PS2. Like, as many people as you could get in a tournament. Oh God, Jesus Christ. And man, I used to do that like every day. The summer of like 2018, I went to college for 1 year, and before I left, oh my God, before I left that summer, I think I ran a Fire Pro tournament like every single day. And I wasn't recording them, I was just doing it for fun. And I remember Dynamite Kid and Tiger Mask were like the gods of that shit. Like, it was back to back. Like, Dynamite Kid would win one, and then the finals would be, oh shit, 5-star frog splash. The finals of the next tournament would be Tiger Mask versus Dynamite Kid, and then Dynamite Kid would win, and then the same thing would happen the next tournament, but then Tiger Mask would win, and it was just back and forth between those two guys. Kobashi was also like crazy in those tournaments. and he's in this I called it the Magic League, which has been an idea I've had for quite some time. I'm thinking about running an all-women's. The reason I'm doing this, actually, is I'm thinking about running an all-women's round-robin style tournament for Fist of Death called the Magic League. Just for fun. And I'm thinking about live streaming them. I don't know. That might not be a good idea, but frog splash to the back. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. It might not be the best way to do it, but I'm considering it. I think it'll be cool. I like the name Magic, especially spelled like magic with a CK, you know, like a crazy person would spell it. Oh my god, Dragon Kid going for some kind of spin kick, and Rob Van Dam fucking completely clobbers him. Going for the pin. Charles Robinson. That's it. Okay. Rob Van Dam moving on. Very cool. $70. Yeah, that wasn't really like the most amazing match. Okay, let's see really quick. Ranking. So, Necro Butcher has 5 points. Rob Van Dam has 5 points. So when you win by pinfall, I'm assuming you get 5 points. Man, I probably sound so dumb right now. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. How do I get to... Okay. This is the next match, right? Yes. Scott Steiner and Kenta Kobashi. I picked these two guys specifically for this match because I thought that sounded fucking insane. So, we'll see how they do here. Kenta Kobashi, one of my favorite wrestlers. The guy who got me into Japanese wrestling in any capacity. I don't know if anybody remembers the FYE branch of stores. But I remember when I had to be like 10 or 11. My dad took me to FYE for the first time, and I bought like 2 DVDs that were on complete opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to indie wrestling. It was, I don't remember the name of the DVD, but it was a Ring of Honor DVD, and it was like foreign stars of Ring of Honor, and it was like a bunch of, I guess like the best of, like when wrestlers from Japan or something would come over to Ring of Honor. And I think the last match on the DVD was Samoa Joe and Kenta Kobashi. And that was it for me. I was like, okay, I get it. Also, the Dragon Gate 6-man tag, like, yeah, awesome shit. But Kenta Kobashi versus Samoa Joe was, like, unlike anything I had ever seen. The other DVD I got was XPW Halloween in Hell 2. First ever exploding death match in America between Supreme and Vic Grimes, which is a terrible match. Oh, shit, Orange Crush. Jesus Christ. Leg drop to the back of the head. One of my favorite fucking things that Kenta Kobashi does. But man, yeah, I need to bust out Fire Pro Returns. I don't even know where my copy of it is, to be honest. But, yeah, I have some crazy-ass characters on there, so it would be nice to go back and see, like, what the hell I was doing last time I played that, which was probably 2018, 2019. Uh-oh, Kobashi. Whoa, shoot! Steiner going for the pin. Oh, man. Yeah, so far, Necro Butcher winning with a sit-out powerbomb onto a barbed wire baseball bat, and then Rob Van Dam just winning out of nowhere over Dragon Kid. Kind of an underwhelming match. But this one so far has been kind of what I was hoping for. I set the logic to 7. A little bit of behind-the-scenes stuff. I usually have the logic on Fire Pro for Fist of Death. I usually have it set to 7 or 8 because I don't know. I feel like it usually gives me the best match quality, like the most entertaining match. sorry, Charles Robinson is screaming in my ear right now. But, yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh, Gorilla Press. Go behind. Oh, cutter. Big cutter. This is a match I would have loved to have seen. I don't know about this era of Scott Steiner, but like mid-90s Steiner versus Kenta Kobashi would be great.
Wow.
Nothing against this era of Steiner. I think he's great as Big Papa Pump, but in a different way. Oh, Steiner recliner. Kobashi's not fucking giving up, man. Are you kidding me? The ropes. Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Speaking of Fire Pro returns, Burning Larry. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I remember looking on my phone and going through every single character and changing their names to their real names. And it took me fucking hours and hours. I can only imagine, like, when that game first came out and people didn't have smartphones and they'd have to, like, print that shit out. I remember my dad having cheat codes printed out on pieces of paper and shit. I had the same thing. I remember I had all the cheat codes for Saints Row 2 in, like, a binder. Like, I stapled the paper together. And, man, Saints Row 2 is one of my favorite games ever. I love that fucking game. I just recently got an Xbox Series S for Christmas from my mom, which I'm just endlessly grateful for that. I'm not like a huge like video game console person. Like, it really doesn't matter to me as long as I have like an updated console. Like, I didn't really feel like getting a PS5 because it's out of my price range. I wouldn't want to ask someone else to buy it for me, and I wouldn't want to buy it myself. So I was really like, oh shoot. The only thing that I will say about Xbox is I don't know if there's like a video editor on there, and like I don't know if you can record clips that are longer than however long, like 5 minutes. I think I could be wrong. I know you can stream, so I might stream some 2K24 at some point with some crazy characters, similar to what I'm doing right now, just like a more casual thing. But yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. Uh-oh, Gorilla Press. Ah, I think he's gonna throw him to the outside. Oh, okay. Oh shoot! He did the fucking test double axe handle. Oh, power slam on the floor. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, brainbuster on the floor. Oh, man. 19. Oh. Rolls into the Steiner recliner. Goes behind. Oh. Steiner. Screaming. Goes behind. Oh! Half and half. Elbow to the back. Leg drop to the back of the head. Brain buster. Oh! Steiner's up. Burning lariat. Flatliner from Scott Steiner. The orange crush. Kenta Kobashi. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Okay. Very cool. That's a match right there. That's a match right there. One of the most frustrating things about recording Fist of Death, right, is sitting through the outtakes. So I usually have a loose plan in mind for storylines no matter who wins. It's really about if the match is good, then I'll put it on the episode. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well, but if the match is good, I put it on the episode no matter who wins. And then depending on who wins, that's what I do going forward. It's not really like a traditional style of booking, and I'm also just not very good at booking wrestling, I don't think. It's just always something I've wanted to do since I was a kid. If I had the equipment to do shit like this when I was 13, we would have fucking 11, 12 years worth of content on YouTube of just wrestling video games, because, man, wrestling games have been a huge part of my life for pretty much my whole life now, at this point. Playing wrestling games, watching wrestling game shit on YouTube, you know, playing wrestling games with my friends, recording wrestling video games. It's just always been a huge part of my life. So, yeah, I mean, I probably watched more video game wrestling shit at this point in my life than I have real wrestling, which is, you know, I don't really know how to feel about that, but Frankensteiner. Not to say that I haven't watched a lot of real wrestling. I'd say so far, I mean, the last half of last year, backslide. Last half of last year into this year, I probably watched more wrestling than I have since I was 13, 14 years old, so. I get burnt out on wrestling pretty quickly, but the past, like, year or so, I really haven't. I've taken, obviously, pretty extended breaks from making this to death, but, you know, I don't ever actually really get tired of watching wrestling anymore. I mean, there are times where I don't want to watch it, but, yeah. I even watched, like, fucking the shitty WWE pay-per-views. Like, what was it, Fastlane last year? I watched that whole show, and it was just fucking just not worth it. But you know what? I enjoyed my time. WrestleMania's coming up next weekend. You know, I'm excited. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. What was I gonna say? I had something else to say. Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I'll find a way to talk about that in a second. Rey Mysterio, El Generico. El Generico, these are two guys that I feel like they're so obviously good that they get left out a lot of, like, who's the greatest wrestler of all time kind of conversations. Rey Mysterio especially is just so great, but I think he's just so well known and everybody loves him that it's kind of just a no-brainer, and nobody really ever mentions him when it comes to that. Same with El Generico. There was a certain point where El Generico was just not, he just couldn't have a bad match. No matter who it was with, he would just have a great match with anybody. Speaking of great matches with El Generico, one of his greatest opponents was Kota Ibushi, who the first match I ever had on Fire Pro World, I think, was I downloaded Milano Collection AT because I was really into him at the time, into his matches and stuff, and just his style of wrestling. And I had a match between Kota Ibushi and Milano Collection AT. This had to be probably a year after the Fire Pro Returns tournaments that I was talking about. This had to be like late 2019. I was kind of late to this game, just because I didn't have money and stuff. But yeah, and that match was insane. It's actually on one of my other YouTube channels still to this day. I might re-upload it to this channel. And yeah, that was an awesome match. It had me, I think my mom was getting, this is when I still to my mom. I think my mom was getting ready for work, and I was watching this match. I didn't commentate it, but I was like trying not to like scream out loud because I really wanted Milano Collection to win. Was it? Yeah, it was Kota Ibushi. I was trying to remember if it was Ibushi or Okada. And fun fact about that match, I made it for the Never Openweight title. And then I had a match between Ibushi and Okada, and Okada beat Ibushi for the belt, and still to this day, I think Okada has the never openweight title in this game because of that match. So, yeah, great memories with this game. Brainbuster! Oh my god, has someone made the Brainbuster, like, on the top turnbuckle in this game? Probably, right? I'm a scrub, so I have the fucking PS4 version of the game, so I kind of miss out on some of the stuff. And I actually don't have the, what is it, the Parts Craft DLC? It's like the only DLC I don't have, because it's like $30. I just can't justify spending, I mean, I do make a YouTube show, but 2 people watch it every week, so it's like, should I be spending $30 on a thing that I mean, I am passionate about it, and I really enjoy making Crystal Death, and I love this game, but man, I don't know. Oh shit! That was almost it. Brainbuster! Ray's picking out of everything. Oh, roll up. Back and forth here. Oh, half and half. The ropes. Oh, yeah, we're cooking here. Okay, okay. Oh, pop-up Rana. Oh, Rey Mysterio. Hell yeah. That's a match right there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pop-up Rana for the win? Dude, yes. Yes. Dragon Kid versus Necro Butcher. I'll do a couple more matches. How long have I been streaming here? Oh, I've only been streaming for like a half an hour. Okay. Man, I feel like I've been streaming for like an hour now. I mean, yeah, I don't have a lot of time to stream anyways, but... Okay. Dragon Kid versus Necro Butcher. What a strange match. We're skipping the entrances this time. We're skipping the entrances here. I'm not sitting through all of them. I'm not doing it. Alright, Necro Butcher and Dragon Kid. Necro Butcher had a decisive win in his last match. And Dragon Kid lost to Rob Van Dam. Oh, shit. I didn't even know that move was in the game. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I've ever seen that. Triangle body slam. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I just love the sound design in this game. The sound effects in Fire Pro are so damn good. Necro Butcher. I remember, man, what was this documentary? It was called Card Subject to Change, and it was on Netflix in 2011, 2012. And there's a scene where Necro Butcher takes a bump on this, it's like a table covered in like glass panes and light tubes and shit, and it literally rips a chunk out of his elbow. Like he has like a dangling, like golf ball sized chunk of flesh just hanging out of his elbow. And he's got like a hole. And that was just frightening for me to see. That's kind of just a depressing documentary in general. It follows Necro Butcher, Trent Acid, Rhett Titus, and then this like sleazy promoter is in it. Yeah, I don't know. From what I remember, it's a pretty good documentary. it kind of paints indie wrestling in a fucking depressing light, but, you know, I mean, indie wrestling is pretty depressing, I mean, in some ways, but I don't know. I actually, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to make myself sound like a bigger deal than I am, but they were really small indie shows. But I went to wrestling school for half a year. I didn't like really finish, but then I ended up doing like extra work as a manager, I guess, kind of, for a couple months in 2021. Like around the time I started doing Fist of Death. I think I started doing Fist of Death like right after I kind of stopped doing that. And man, some of the shows that I was on were just bleak. Just bleak. Your four-leg lock. That's all I'm gonna say. Not like I had a bad time. I really enjoyed doing that stuff. Would I ever do wrestling shit again? I don't know. Wrestling training is very tough. It is one of the hardest. Because I'm definitely not ring ready. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm not very, like, a naturally, like, athletic person. But, you know, I kind of never say never when it comes to that kind of thing, but probably not. I have a lot more fun, I think, making up my own wrestling shit and just watching wrestling than I do actually doing it. I did a lot of backyard wrestling and stuff, and that was fun, but I don't know. But I remember I got in a huge kick of wrestling documentaries when I was like in middle school. Like I think I watched Beyond the Mat when I was in, actually I think I was in 5th grade when I saw Beyond the Mat for the first time. So it was, yeah, I sat through all the really depressing Jake the Snake scenes and stuff at the age of 11 or 10. And then also, what was that documentary? It's called, like, Wrestling for Jesus. That might have not have been a real documentary. That might have been, like, a mockumentary. I can't remember if that was a real documentary or not. Or if it was just a comedy movie. I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Yes, that was a real documentary. What's the comedy movie I'm thinking of? I think Wrestling with Regret might have done like a video on the other movie I'm thinking of. Wrestling for Jesus I did watch. I don't remember. I'm not gonna look it up. Man. Wrestling movies rock. I've never seen The Wrestler all the way through. I have it on DVD. I probably should watch it. I remember catching the last half of it on FX when I was a kid. Oh, man. Necro Butcher climbing up? Okay. Frankensteiner. Oh, spinning wheel kick. Uh-oh. Setting Necro Butcher up. Ah! Oh my God. Yeah! Dragon Rana! Yeah! Oh, that was crazy. That rocked. Hell yeah. All right, Daisuke Ikeda versus Rob Van Dam. Okay. Very cool. You know what round robin tournaments I have watched? Again, this goes back to I've probably watched more wrestling video games than I have real wrestling. But I'm a huge fan of Dino Winwood's WFF, or WFWF, Jesus Christ. WFF was a wrestling action figure promotion on YouTube that I think is lost media now, because I tried to find it. I cannot find fucking anything. I can't find it anywhere. I remember New Legacy did a UMAD, I think, of 1 or 2 of their videos back in the day. But I was a genuine fan of WFF, okay? I was a genuine fan. I used to watch. They had a WrestleMania event one time where they did their wrestling action figure matches outdoors with fireworks. Real fireworks. But no, WFWF. Dina Winwood's E-Fed. I used to watch the D1 anytime he would do it. I remember I think it was the 2K17 one. Yeah. Yes. Nothing better than when Dina Winwood puts up a new WFWF U62 video. Still to this day, I'm a fan. I think I found out that he did that, I think, around 2K16. Tail end of 2K16. So, since I was 16, I've been watching the WFWF E-Fed stuff. Big New Legacy fan. Big W3 fan. I don't think... Isn't W3 over? Andrew Everett's Fire Pro E-Fed, I think they're done or on a hiatus, which is kind of sad, but I get it. They're wrestlers and their schedule is probably busy and shit, but yeah. They were streaming every week, 2 to 3 hours. I could not do that. Doing a pre-recorded 20-minute wrestling show on Fire Pro every week is already enough work for me as it is with a real job, so. Melee kick, Daisuke Ikeda. One fucking crazy motherfucker. Only 1 count. Sorry for all the language, by the way. If you've only ever watched Fire Pro, or my Fist of Death Fire Pro videos, I try not to curse as much as I can. I say ass sometimes. I think I said shit on the most recent episode. But, yeah, I try not to. But here's the thing. Hellmask comes out. He makes people bleed every episode. I don't think that's necessarily any more appropriate than saying ass or shit or damn on some episodes, you know. I just try not to. I try to keep it classy. I can't believe this. Okay, so my wife and I, which is crazy to say, I got married in October of last year. My wife and I, every time a new WWE game comes out, we create a bunch of characters together. And that's where Eternal Warfare Wrestling comes from. That's where the Tsunami comes from Fist of Death. At one point, I was thinking about doing Fist of Death and Eternal Warfare Wrestling every week, both. I was gonna try to do concurrent wrestling shows. I don't think I have the energy to do something like that, especially now. I don't know if I've ever talked about this, but oh, Death Valley Driver. I used to do a comic series called Gourd. I'm on a hiatus right now. I have a lot to say about art. I'm an artist. I was. I don't draw anymore. I don't know. I have not drawn seriously for quite some time. And that used to be like my thing, right? Like that was all I did was draw. My Instagram account is all art and stuff, and like once in a blue moon I'll doodle something and I'll post it on Instagram, but yeah, I don't really draw at all anymore. But at one point I was doing Fist of Death, my comic, and I was trying to do Eternal Warfare Wrestling as a weekly show too. So that would have been like 3 things that I was going to balance, all the while working a real job. And I work full-time now. When I first started Fist of Death, I did not work full-time. I had like 3 days off a week. So it was a lot easier to just be like, oh, I'm going to just do this today. But yeah, no. Now I work Monday through Friday, Today I had the day off, which was great. I actually went in and everybody got sent home early. So, frog splash to the back.
1, 2, 3.
Rob Van Dam over Daisuke Ikeda. Hell yeah, dog. Rob Van Dam, the only guy so far in this round-robin tournament not to lose a match. Daisuke Ikeda. Did he lose his match? Yes, he lost to Necro Butcher. So not doing too good in this tournament so far. Oh my god. So I think I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do the next match, and then that's going to be it. I'm cutting it kind of close, I think. Yeah. Kenta Kobashi and Rey Mysterio. This is a crazy-ass match right here. I think a lot of people's perception of Rey Mysterio is like, oh, he's somebody you really like when you're a kid and you first get into wrestling. Kind of like The Undertaker or like John Cena. I guess for my generation, because I grew up, I'm 24, I grew up in like the 2000s. So those were like the guy, like Batista, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, John Cena, yeah, Edge, Triple H. Those were the guys that were like your favorite when you first started watching wrestling. My top three when I first started watching wrestling were Undertaker, Batista, and Chris Benoit. And then one day Chris Benoit just disappeared. And I didn't know why. For months. I think for months I didn't know why. And then I finally found out and I was like, oh, okay. Because I only watched SmackDown as a kid. I didn't watch Raw. I was anti-Raw, you know. I took the brand war very seriously. Yeah, I was a huge fan of those guys. I was a huge fan of King Booker. I was a huge fan of Rey Mysterio. There was nobody on SmackDown that I really didn't like. I guess like The Miz, I didn't care. Oh, I fucking hated Edge. I hated Edge because Undertaker was my favorite wrestler. And during that time, if you know anything about that era of SmackDown, it was just every fucking week Undertaker getting absolutely clowned on by Edge. I try to not insert a lot of like sports entertainment, I guess, like tropes into Fist of Death, at least as much as I can. I try to keep it, for the most part, just about the matches, but I think I'm just so fed-pilled, right? Like I was raised on WWE, so I think I just can't help it sometimes. And plus, like, you know, it's a video game wrestling show. I try to get some storyline stuff in there. Nothing too extreme, though. Like, I already kind of regret all the Counts League, like, stuff. I don't know, like the scary monster kind of stuff, like the stable full of spooky guys. But the thing about Counts League is he's also kind of comedic. And, I mean, Hellmask is really the only member of Counts League's stable that's not funny in some way. Laser and Blazer are like fucking dumbasses. They're stupid. And then, oh, Dragon Suplex on Kobashi. Okay. Count Sleek's got a goofy voice and he just thinks he should own Fist of Death for absolutely no reason. Oh my god.
1, 2.
What on earth? Oh! Shoot. Okay. Ah! Doing it again? From behind? Oh! No! Ah! Back to back? Oh god. Drop to hold. Rolls him up. 1. Oh god. Only a 1 count. Dude, Kobashi is a beast. I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, people ranking the 4 pillars. And you have all the contrarian people who are like, Tao is the best. Tao is the best of the 4 pillars, or Kawada is the best of the 4 pillars. I think ranking the 4 pillars is such a... It's so... I don't know. It's a futile endeavor, in my opinion. Like, I just think they're all four of them are so great for such different reasons. There's just no point. There's no point. They're all great. I think, I don't know, Kobashi might be my favorite of the four pillars, but, like, on any given day, I mean, like, it could be different. Like, Taue's great, Kawada's great, Misawa's great. A lot of people try to say, like, a lot of the contrarian people on wrestling Twitter, I guess, are like, oh, Misawa's the worst of the four pillars. It's like, okay, you know, I don't know. I just can't watch a Misawa match and be like, yeah, I'm not a fan of this guy. I don't know, just me personally. Now I'm not as much a fan of, like, the long wrestling match as I was when I was first getting into indie wrestling and Japanese wrestling and stuff, but yeah, back then it was a lot easier for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna sit down and watch a 40-minute wrestling match, whereas now it's just, man, I can't do it all the time. Then again, I will say, I don't know who's going to watch this in the future and hear me say this. I don't know how anybody who watches my videos feels about someone like Johnny Gargano or Adam Cole. I am personally not a fan at all of them. Johnny Gargano might be my least favorite wrestler ever. I think he perpetuates a lot of the stuff that I just really dislike about modern wrestling. Oh no. Burning Hammer! Oh my god, he picks him up. He's doing another one! Oh my god, Rey Mysterio! Oh, that's out of the orange crust. Ah! Okay, so technically Rey didn't kick out of the Burning Hammer because Kobashi never went for the pin, okay? So I just want to point that out. I try to respect the Burning Hammer. Oh, he caught it! He caught it! Busted Crab and it's over! Oh my god! That rock. Okay. Rey and Kobashi so far are cooking. They're my MVPs of this tournament. Oh my god. So at some point, let me get this straight. Round robin rules. At some point, Rey is going to wrestle Dragon Kid, right? Right? Because that makes sense. Okay. Oh my god, I just saw that. Oh boy. Hooey. Okay. Let's get this last match over with. What am I doing here? There we go. El Generico and Scott Steiner. Last match we're doing today, I think. God damn. That Kobashi Rey match was awesome. Oh man. Okay. This is, I guess, the main event of tonight. Fight. Scott Steiner and El Generico. Great stuff. Yeah, man. That's true. Yeah, I really don't know. I don't know what else to say about that. Yeah, like, it's kind of just a perfect. I don't really know the phrase I'm looking for, but it's just kind of a perfect moment in time where all of those guys were coming up at the same time. They all have very different styles and very different attitudes, both like in kayfabe and in real life. And they're coming off of, you know, a great era of All Japan, you know, Tenryu and Giant Baba and Jumbo Tsuruta and stuff. And so, like, especially in the early 90s, you can tell they really want to, like, prove themselves. And then by the end of the 90s, they're the fucking kings of wrestling, basically. Like, nobody is better than those guys in that era. Like, I don't know. I mean, obviously you can argue, like, it's all down to personal taste. Like, I don't know. Nowadays, I'd rather watch, like, something else. But man, nothing beats that stuff. Like if you really want to get down to it and you really want to say like what's the best of that era, it's just a notch above everything else. It's the Four Pillars name is so appropriate. You know, it's just there's something so grandiose about it, about that era of All Japan. And everybody and their mom has, you know, talked about how great that era of All Japan is, but it's true. I'm beating a dead horse by talking about it, but it's true. And I really haven't addressed how crazy this match that's taking place is. El Generico and Scott Steiner wrestling each other in the Battle Arts ring in the Tokyo Dome with Charles Robinson as the referee. There you go. How much better can it get than that? Steiner recliner. He's out of the way. Drop toe hold. But yeah, it all comes down to personal taste. Like, you can really make an argument for each one of the Four Pillars. Tiger Driver to be your favorite or the best, I guess, quote unquote. Again, for me, it's probably Kobashi. I think one, just for nostalgia reasons, like he's the reason I got into Japanese wrestling. He's on the first Ring of Honor DVD I ever got. Was again his match with Joe. So yeah, you know, it's probably a nostalgia bias, I guess, but I just think he's awesome. He's just more my style of wrestling too. I love big freaks, you know, I guess. He's just awesome, man. He's great. Masao is awesome too. Again, contrarians out there will be like, Masao is the worst of the Four Pillars. Just because for so long he's been praised as the best, I think, and people just want to feel different. I don't know. Roll up. And it sucks, because I think my ranking, I would definitely put Taue at the bottom, but I just feel like that sucks, because I feel like he doesn't get enough credit for how awesome he is, man. But then again, being ranked last, amongst like 4 of the best wrestlers ever is, you know, it could be a lot worse. The Three Musketeers of New Japan, on the other hand, I don't know. I really don't know what my ranking would be. I haven't watched enough Hashimoto matches, I think, to give a fair ranking. I think Chono would be... man, post neck injury, he would definitely be last for me. I think it's all aura at that point. Like, I mean, he's still entertaining to watch, but he's not the same guy. Oh, Haluva kick. Swanton to the back. Do you think Scott Steiner would take a Swanton to the back? That's kind of crazy. Maybe from someone the size of Generico, especially this era of Generico. Twisting brainbuster, and he falls out of the ring. Uh-oh. Thought he was going to put him in the Steiner recliner. Rolled up. Oh, that was close. Ah! On his head. Both guys down. Double down. These guys went to wrestling school. Red belly to belly. Generico, that was the fastest arm drag I've ever seen. Flying clothesline from the Steiner line, I guess. I don't know. I'm starting to get out of it. I really do. I think this is the last match of tonight. Oh, man. I have matches for the next episode of Pissy Deck recorded. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. there's a very specific kind of match in real life that I refer to as a Fire Pro match. And what I mean by that is a match that's like, it's like not even a match that a random generator could come up with. You know what I mean? Like, it's a match that one person, one sick, twisted person, could come up with. And every once in a while in real life you get a Fire Pro match. But I'm just gonna keep going until my wife gets home. I'm having fun. I'm having fun here. Tarzan Goto versus Dan Severn. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I could be wrong. Did Dan Severn wrestle in FMW at some point? Because I know there's a picture of him and Sabu. Because I know him and Sabu teamed, but I don't know where they teamed. Was it in FMW? But yeah, man. Tarzan Goto versus Dan Severn. Definitely a Fire Pro match. Van Dam coming out. And again, I'm doing this round robin tournament because I shamefully admitted at the beginning of this stream that I don't think I know how round robin tournaments work. I kind of have an idea, okay. I'm just mathematically, I'm not the brightest out there. I'm not the brightest. Oh shoot, and IWG, okay. That's crazy. I feel like I knew that at some point and totally forgot it. I watched a lot of the Wahoo FMW, History of FMW videos a couple of years ago. Those videos are great. That's a great well of information. But yeah, that's a match that's just like like if I just saw that written down, I don't know if I would believe that it happened. What's another one? Oh, yeah. A perfect example of a real-life one. Bryan Danielson versus Kamala is another one that's just like, you see pictures of it and you're like, huh? The match itself isn't good. But, you know. That's a Fire Pro match. Charles Robinson. Never thought I'd see the day that Charles Robinson is calling Necro Butcher versus Rob Van Dam. Here we are. Of course, Necro Butcher just pulling every fucking thing. We have 3 barbed wire bats under the ring. Okay. Climbing up. Excuse me. But yeah, I have a couple matches recorded for the next episode of Fist of Death that I'm pretty excited about. Oh, that's the move that knocked Keisuke Ikeda out in the first match of its fucking round robin tournament. Back elbow in the corner. Rob Van Dam suplex to the floor.
1, 2.
Necro Butcher's got a broken wooden plank.
3, 4.
Oh, yeah. That's another match that I distinctly remember watching at an age where I probably shouldn't have been watching that. But having access to the internet when you're in middle school, you know, you kind of, those things fall into your lap sometimes. And you feel guilty, but you feel excited at the same time. That's something that you lose as an adult, I think. Watching things and being like, man, this is fucking awesome as hell.
1, 2.
Unless you're watching extremely illegal stuff, I guess. Which I wouldn't say is awesome as hell, and you probably should feel guilty for watching. Flying elbow from Necro Butcher. But I would say, you know, Terry Funk and Rob Van Dam. Or Terry Funk and Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack, Mick Foley might be one of my favorite wrestlers ever. I loved him when I was a kid. You know what? I'm not a big Triple H guy. I'll just come out and say it. Not a huge fan of Triple H. But I do like every match I've seen, I guess, with Cactus Jack versus Triple H is up there for me. I really like their Hell in a Cell match. I like their street fight. Awesome matches. But yeah, that Terry Funk match, that's like, wasn't that, I don't know if this is just me making shit up, but that match was on one of the Insane Clown Posse's Bloody Mania VHS tapes or whatever, and I think Terry Funk, of course, obviously, since they just basically stole matches, Japanese death matches, and commentated over it. Terry Funk he never got paid. What is the story? I'm not even going to try to tell the story because I don't remember it in full, but I think ICP paid, the Insane Clown Posse paid Terry Funk out of pocket thousands of dollars in royalties for using that match on Bloody Mania or something. Oh shoot, okay, well, my wife's here. I'm going to let this match play out, but thank you for joining me. I guess just stick around to the end. I'll come back with another... Oh, match is over. Necro Butcher won. Thank you for joining me. All right. See you guys. Thank you for watching.